light up the world. We light up the world.
Welcome to Fire to Inspire, the podcast. I'm your host, Angel Yasmin, and today's quote is, follow your dreams. They know the way. All right, today we have a very special guest by the name of Brely Evans. Brely is a big-time actress who has climbed the ladders to huge success. She has been featured in the film Just Wright, Sparkle, 72 Hours. She was a guest star in the series Being Mary Jane. She was last seen on the TV series Last Call on Bounce TV, and now we're waiting for her big debut on Ambitions that will premiere on OWN TV on June 18th. Look, I feel like I'm missing so much more, but I'm so honored to see that you're here on our show. Thank you so much for coming.
You've done your homework. I was like, ooh, somebody been on a lot of shows.
Yes.
I love it.
So let's fire away. Give us a little bit about your background. Like, how did you get started in your acting career?
Wow, how did I get started in my acting career? Well, dear, I never sought acting. I always thought I would be a singer. So being in the studio today makes me like, okay, this is where I used to, dream to be. So I was doing the singing thing, and I saw one of my neighbors on a McDonald's commercial. And I was like, oh my God, you bit the Big Mac. That was amazing. He was like, calm down. I tell people that I live next door to this famous actress all the time. And I'm like, well, no. He said, but I see you with the hair, the makeup, the outfits. I said, I'm going places to sing. And he said, oh my God, I've been telling everybody. He said, I'm on my way to my agent's office. Why don't you ride with me? I literally got in the car with him that day, and it changed my life. Walked into that commercial agent's office, and she said, honey, you should have been on TV. You're wasting your time and my money. Because, I was like, well, all right.
Okay,
so she began to send me out in the first 10 auditions. My 10th one was that Twix commercial that if you guys have not seen it, go on over to YouTube right now and put in Twix booty. I know it sounds crazy. But you will see my very first time on television, and that was in 2006, where I said, Pookie Pie, does my butt look big in these? And it's been famous ever since.
I love it. And I do remember that. It's so hilarious.
Yes, that was my first
cute.
time.
Tell us some challenging moments you've encountered on the way up.
Challenging moments would be... The first thing that came to me is believing in myself. There was nothing the industry did to me or anyone. It was really self-induced, like, am I good enough? Is my talent up to par? Because in the beginning, I didn't go to school for this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a mentor. I was just kind of out here, right? I just did it. And so it was more of, do I need to lose the weight? I've been a curvy girl since day one. And so I had some image, hurdles to get over. But once I decided and declared that, you know what, I am enough, and I'm just going to be the answer to what this industry is looking for. And I thank God for people like Queen Latifah, who was already kind of the thick girl doing it big. And I was like, yeah, I want to be like my big sister. And so with that being said, I have not looked back. It's many times I've said on interviews that, I work almost more often than some of my smaller, less curvy girlfriends. And it's kind of like weird, like, you guys look the part. What in the world's happening? But I think what's happening for me is when you become comfortable in your own skin, other people become more comfortable with you.
That's a word. That's a word.
Come on, word.
Now that's a word. Ooh, come on. Now we're going to play a game called the hot seat.
This seat is
hot.
hot.
All right. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay. And I don't know if you know the game called questions.
No, I don't.
Well, basically, I'm going to ask you the questions, and you're just going to answer it, and you don't want to. You don't have to.
I have to go, like, really fast, too. I have to, like,
you
first thing comes
fast.
to mind. Oh, okay. I was like, who's the hot seat? Like, what's going to happen? Okay, I'm ready.
But look, we got some hot, fiery questions. That's why it's called the hot seat. So have you ever been on set with someone you had a crush on? And if so, who was he?
Ooh. I was going to say yes.
Married. I know you're married, but come on, give us a little tea.
And then I was like, dang, I got to say who it is. Can I just be honest with you? I'm a fan of so many people, but the first one comes to mind. I think that's how you play the game, is you have to be honest, and the first one comes to mind. Okay, so if you guys saw the movie The Man in 3B.
Oh, Jesus.
Lord have mercy.
I know who you're talking
He's my big brother, and I love him dearly, and I also love his wife. But during that time, he was unmarried, and neither was I. And I had to play alongside of Lamont Rucker. And can we just, is there any, like, sound effects?
I know, right?
Right now, it should be like, shh.
I know, right? We're going to add it in there.
That would be the sound. The crowd should be cheering because I truly was like, oh my God, he's so fine. And then he ended, his personality, his energy, his mind was also as fine as his looks. So that's what makes him wonderful.
Look at
told
you.
my
I love
secret.
it. Thank you for that honesty.
My first on-screen kiss. Thank you.
So, who, according to you, is the worst dressed woman in Hollywood?
Worst dressed woman.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, you're going to really make me think because I am no fashionista. Hell, I might say my own
Me
self.
neither. I know.
I am like,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, why am I
wait a
asking
minute.
this question?
Worst dressed woman, worst dressed woman. You know, I love when people dress funky and crazy.
Me too.
Because I feel like self-expression is, you know, you should do whatever makes you feel good. Damn everybody
Yes,
else.
exactly.
So I'm not, like, I can't really choose because I'm not in the fashion world.
Everybody
like
has
that.
flavor. Everybody has
yeah,
flavor.
yeah.
So that's a good answer.
It's
though.
the truth.
We need to celebrate everybody and what they have going on.
Right.
So what celebrity you know have a crush on you? They absolutely are obsessed with you. I know you.
I
know.
would be floored to know of anybody. If one person said Brely is my little on Hollywood crush, I would be like, for real? Should I take you to lunch? I don't. I'm
you
not
are
her.
so
When I tell you,
You just in your own lane. I see you
Girl.
on Instagram with your gold, like your little
my
set,
little my
gold
grills in.
I was like, your grill. I was like, look at this. She
You're
is
so
so
sweet.
crazy.
You're so sweet.
So we have picked out some theme songs by Cardi B.
Oh,
Yes, that's my girl.
yes.
So
Oh,
what fiery song would describe your personality the most? So we have Bodak Yellow.
okay.
We got Money, and we have Drip. So which one would be your theme?
Girl, money.
Hey, okay, tell them why Money. Hey, that's my
money.
song.
And if any of y'all know and been watching your TVs and watching your Instagrams, you'll know that Money is a theme song that we have bought into use for ambitions, baby. It's about that money, okay?
It is.
Yes.
Okay. So look, you have survived the hot seat. You did really
Oh,
well.
I did good.
Give yourself a
Yay.
hand.
There it is. I need those
You
cheers again.
survived. Now let's talk about showbiz.
Yes.
Tell us about your newest project, Ambitions. What can we expect from this show?
Okay, Ambitions is going to tell you, is going to answer the question, what would happen if there were these two dynastic, like dynasty type families that were feuding over billions and billions of dollars, and they all lived in Atlanta, and there was greed, deceit, there was power, there was sex. And,
I mean, that show is exuberating sex.
It
I
was
love
infidelity,
it.
there was adultery, there was all kinds of stuff, and then there was me. Like, hold up. What's going on over here?
So, Brely, what's your character?
My character, I play Rondell Lancaster. I'm the sister to the mayor is played by Brian White, who I love, and his lovely, lovely wife, Stephanie Lancaster, who is played by Robin Givens. Let me tell you about Rondell. She is that friend, auntie, sister that keeps it REAL. She keeps it completely 100. She is a force to be reckoned with. She stands up and puts her life in front of those who try to come gentrify her neighborhood.
Ooh, okay then.
We're talking about some real deal Holyfield stuff.
Oh.
This thing is happening in Atlanta. It's happening in where I'm from in Oakland, California. It's happening in Los Angeles. We are seeing our neighborhoods turn over in a type of way that we're not okay with. I'm like, well, make the neighborhood beautiful for the ones who live there, not to push other folks out and bring other folks in. I'm a force to be reckoned with in this show. I am so grateful to Jamie Giddens for writing the show and making me a part of it. And Oprah is my boss. Oprah is my boss. You get a car. You get a car. You get a show. You get a show. You get a show. Ambitions, as she says. And then I have to give it up to my big brother, Will Packer.
Yes.
For having 15,000 shows going on at once. But when I say he's down to the detail on each of them, none of us feel lost in the big pool of content that he has going out. But what I did is I learned from him and said, okay, why am I doing just one show? And I'm so excited about that. Where are my other offerings? So with that being said, my girlfriends and I have teamed up to give you guys something called Mind, Body, and Soul Food.
Ooh, yes,
Okay?
yes.
We're changing lives in every quadrant of your life. In this 6-hour conference, your life, you will walk out a different person. We're going to talk about your mind. Okay? Get your mind right. We're going to talk about your body, and that's your temple that you walk around in. Then we're going to talk about your spirit, mind, body, soul, your spirit, your soul, and getting that part of you right. And then the food that you fuel that thing with. That thing is sure to change your life. So we're starting out in Raleigh, Durham, and in Charlotte in the end of July, and we're going going on tour, and all it takes is 50 tickets in any city sold for us to say, okay, you're next. So that's how we've been doing that. So you guys please pay attention to my social media so that you can be a part of Mind, Body, and Soul Food. I like to call it a work friends, because you're going to get your butt worked up in there.
Oh, y'all going to put some fire behind our butts, right? That's what I love.
Fire and desire. I love it.
You know, I just love your energy.
Thank you.
You are just amazing on and off TV.
So are you with your little cute self.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Yes.
Thank you. Like, I just adore you. I watch you.
you.
I love your energy that you put out in the world.
Thank you.
You are fire. Okay.
Hey,
okay.
come on, hashtag fire.
Yeah. So we want to know what's next for you.
You know, I have secretly been writing some things in the background.
Oh, okay.
So I have several shows that I've come up with the concepts for, and it's time for me to start pitching, and you'll be seeing my producer and director hat on very soon. And all the time, I don't have to be in front of the camera on those projects either. There are going to be some shows. I have some dynamic women and men around me. And with all this talent around me, I was like, why aren't we doing something with all of it? So I took it upon myself and look at Chef Tregay. And I said, you know what, Chef, she's the first African-American woman who won the Food Network Challenge.
Oh.
So I look at her and I go, why don't I create a cooking show for you? You know what I mean? And she's the food portion of the Mind, Body, Soul Food. And then there's Christina Johnson. She's a life coach.
I love her.
She's a part of the Mind, but she's the soul in it because she has her life coaching. Yes, she's fantastic. So I've been looking at them and what they have to offer and creating shows on the side. I'm like, y'all don't even know what I have coming down the pipeline for you. So there's a lot of things. I see talent out there that isn't utilized enough. There's some faces I'd like to see more of. And then sometimes I see what's on the airwaves and I get a little bit like, you got a deal for this? And this is what you put out? And I said, instead of how can I criticize someone when I don't have any products in the marketplace to combat that particular, point of view. So I said, okay, Brely, put your money where your mouth is. And so the producing has started. Water Walker's production is open.
Wow. That's
Yes.
amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Black girl magic. Hello.
Yes.
Look, I mean, you have a powerful voice.
Thank you.
And there's so many young ladies out here in Atlanta that, are lost in the sauce and they need you. They need that voice. And so I'm excited to see what you come up with and what
Thank
you
you.
have to offer because I'm going to be right there.
Come on. You invited, baby.
Amen. So what ignites the fire within you to do what you love today? Give us some encouraging words.
Let's say the what ignites the fire in me would probably be my faith walk. This whole thing, I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't even know what my next job is going to be. I'll tell you guys one quick little story. I was on my show Last Calls, my first series regular show. I'm like, thank you,
So
Roger
funny.
Bob. I love you for that opportunity. Abby McDonald, everyone who was a part of making that show pop, I just want to thank y'all. So here I am, loving this experience, walking to lunch one day. Going down the hallway. There's a gentleman in the hallway, kind of handsome guy. I say, hey, how you doing? And I keep on walking to the lunchroom. I get in the lunchroom, and one of my favorite casting directors here in Atlanta, his name is George Pierre. George Pierre runs in the lunchroom and says, Brely, come in my office. I want you to meet somebody. I come inside. Two people are sitting there. Sheila Ducksworth, who's a producer over at Will Packer Media, and Benny Boom. When he says Benny Boom's name, all I'm like, that's the guy who does like all the music videos. And when I sing again, because I still want to sing.
Know.
I still want to sing.
Have to sing.
I have to. I was like, Benny, you gonna do my video? So I'm excited about that, right? Yeah. So he goes, you look like, when you walk by, you look like you could play a character for us. And I said, well, come on, bring
how God works
where the sides at? Where are the lines at so I can read it for you right now? I'm from Oakland. I ain't scared of nobody. What we gonna do?
You
They were
was
like,
ready,
whoa,
baby. You was
this
ready.
character is bold. The character is outspoken. This character, they were talking about Rondell Lancaster the whole time. So my encouragement to people is you never know who you meet. Be kind. Like, who knows what my energy was when I just sauntered past him to say hello? Who knows? Like, be yourself. Be your most authentic self. Can I just tell y'all, the real truth is I hate cold reads. I have always been that kid who, when I was in school, I'll never forget when we had to be in like English or reading class and they had the paragraphs. Okay, each person reads one paragraph. I used to count how many students were ahead of me so that by the time they got to me, say I was the fifth paragraph, I already had mine memorized. Because I was scared to read aloud and mess up a word so people would laugh at me and say I can't. And come to find out, I have on contacts right now, but Back then, I didn't wear glasses, so I didn't know I had a vision problem. I thought I couldn't read well, but so that fear is still in me. But I was kicking fear in the butt when I went in that room to meet with Sheila and Benny Boom. I was saying, where the sides? Like where can I read the lines right now? Like all the time, my stomach was turning over flips. But I dare somebody to do what you fear the most. Do what you fear the most. I promise you, on the other side of that fear is your gold mine. And here I sit right now today as Rondell Lancaster on one of the hottest shows I'm speaking into existence that is on TV that's going to blow OWN out of the water called Ambitions every Tuesday night at 10 o'clock, right after the Have and Have-Nots, baby.
Come on. Ooh, that's my show. That is my show.
So just keep watching.
So I'm keep watching
them, and then the next thing come on, we're going to have you hooked.
Brely, you are the bomb.com,
Honey.
baby. You're so dope. I'm so happy for you. I'm so
it's the
happy
God
for you.
in me.
Hey,
it's the God in me. I love it.
Thank you so much. You have dropped some major gems in the show today.
That's all it's about.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. And can I come back for my next projects? Because I got
stay
stuff.
on there. You can stay on it. Come on.
Okay, I have to bring back Mind, Body, and Soul Food. We'll come back and see you.
Yes, please do. So please tell the audience how they can find you online and on social media, girl.
Please make sure you come to my Facebook or to my Instagram. That's BRELY EVANS. I spell it because I have seen my name spelled many different ways. That's BRELY EVANS on all social media platforms. My Twitter, my Facebook, it's actually me. I haven't gotten so big where I have an assistant doing it. So hit me in the inbox and just come be a part of what, God is blessing me with, because I'm sure, let yourself stand out. I'm going to be blessing you too.
Amen.
Let's go.
Amen.
Let's go. I dare you to be my friend.
Let the church say amen.
Let the church.
All right. Brely has spoken. Thank you, everyone, for joining this party with a purpose. I'll catch you next week. All right, it's getting real hot up in here because we are so fired up.
Let's try. We line up.